All right, everybody, welcome aboard. Michael Cohen here with you on Fox Sports Radio New Jersey and also the Sports Talk Nation. I was at the Somerset Patriots game the other day when Marcus Stroman and Giancarlo Stanton were in their rehab assignment. This was on June the 11th. So let's go right into this breakdown of how they did. We'll start things off top of the first inning as the first batter that Strowman faces, a little ground ball over to third, and that would be the first out. Strowman, of course, has been on the injury list for quite some time, since April, in fact, with knee inflammation. So this was his first chance to get back onto the field and gave the Patriots 3 1/3. Here, his third batter he faces, Alan Castro, gets him to foul it off. Also hit the umpire as well on that pitch. Next pitch, just a little bit outside, but gets the corner for a strike. It's now 1-2. Strowman looked good in this game, and he was trying to get comfortable. It took him a little while, but by the third inning, he was just rolling. Here is this pitch, 1-2, just misses outside. He did get into a little bit of trouble early, ended up giving up a run in the second inning, but overall, a very good outing. We'll see here on this pitch, as that is going to miss up high. He would get a fly ball here by Castro to right field. That would be his first inning. Again, a little bit of early trouble as he was trying to figure things out for Marcus Stroman. But we'll get back to more of his start in a little bit. Right now, let's take it over to Giancarlo Stanton, who is coming back off of tennis elbow on both arms. And his comeback is huge. And let's just take a listen to the reaction from the crowd here. And it's huge to have Stanton back, or coming back soon for the Yankees. They could use his bat in the lineup. Of course, the Yankees are in first place and playing good baseball, but to have a guy who was the ALCS MVP back soon, that would be a huge plus. First pitch he takes on the day would be a ball. Now, this was his second game with the Patriots. The night before, he had a couple of hits and drove in 3 runs. This pitch, he smacks into right center field, and that would be a double up against the wall. It would drive in George Lombard Jr., who is the Yankees' #1 prospect right now, and that would give the Patriots an early 1-0 lead. So that was his third hit in Somerset here in 2025 in his rehab assignment. Here's the other angle from the Patriots. Right now, back to the hill here is Strowman. This would be going into middle of the second inning. He had just given up a run at this point. Was kind of laboring a little bit in the second, but he gets this batter to chase on a pitch outside and low for strike 3. Gets out of a tough jam of second and third, I believe, in that situation. That was the second strikeout of the night for Strowman. Moving right along here, now going to the third inning. He was pitching much quicker in the third inning and gets a big swing and a miss by Zach Earhart as he goes down on strikes. And this is really when Strowman really started to feel good, and you'll start to hear about that when we get into the postgame with him in just a little bit. But as I said, 3 1/3 innings, only a hit, a run, a couple of walks, 4 strikeouts, not bad at all. 46 pitches on the day, and he, culminates it here with one of the strikeouts. Another big strikeout, this one again of Alan Castro as he goes down on K's. Big day for Strowman as he gets a nice hand by the Somerset crowd.
I felt good, man. Just to be at a point where it's just free and easy, not really thinking about my knee or body or mechanics or anything. So yeah, it just felt really good to be back.
With your role going back to the team, have you gotten some indication that you will be going back into the starting rotation?
Oh, I mean, it hasn't even gotten that far, to be honest with you. This is just like a big check. Just to check this box, just to make sure I feel good. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to get my body, my mechanics, my knee right. But yeah, I feel good and just very open to whatever it may be, but it hasn't even gotten that far, progressed that far, just making sure I'm good.
Do you still feel the way you did in spring training that you really want to be a starter definitively?
I mean, I think everybody who's been a starter would want to be a starter. I think that's just natural at this point. You know, I don't think anybody would who's had a career like I've had starting. I don't think anyone would just voluntarily say, you know. But like I said, obviously we have an incredible team. You don't know how the season's going to play out. There's always a bunch of things that happen. So yeah, I'm just looking to get back to 100%, which I feel pretty close. Build my pitch count and then just kind of take it from there.
But they tell you they want you to come out of the bullpen. Are you okay with that?
Oh, I'm not even that far yet, but I could be open to that. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure my body, my knee, my arm, my mechanics, everything's good. So that's truly like this. That's all in my thought process.
What's the goal for you as far as number of pitches you want to throw before they feel you're ready or you feel you're ready to go back up?
Yeah, I would assume to get it up in the, close to 80 range, 75, 80, 85. That allows you to kind of do anything, whether it be start, come out of the pen. Definitely got to get my pitch count, kind of the ups. I felt good going back out there. I felt like I was able to hold my velocity, my pitch shape. So, yeah, just kind of getting back into it. But my body, my mechanics feel great.
Will you be getting another start here, or will you be going up to Triple-A? Any word on that? Or?
I'm not sure. It's probably just going to be wherever ends up making sense as far as the day and location.
So let's go back to Stanton, who would have a few more at-bats in this first game of the doubleheader. In this at-bat, he is facing a very deceptive left-hander, and that is Connerly Early. He is one of the top pitchers in the Red Sox farm system. And Stanton chases this pitch, kind of grounds it hard into the dirt towards third base, as you see right there. And he, unfortunately, would be out on that play, as he would end up being 1 for 2. Later on in the ball game, now going into his third at-bat, takes this pitch high, right down the middle, really, as he was trying to pull that one to left, but swings right through it. Again, Connerly Early, very deceptive left-handed starting pitcher for the Portland Sea Dogs, the Boston Red Sox Double-A affiliate, as that pitcher was down low and outside. This would end up being a strikeout for Stanton, as he would go down strikes and end up 1 for 3 at this point in the afternoon. This was, I believe, in the 4th inning. As there's a swing and a miss. As Stanton would go 1 for 3, he would get one more at-bat on this afternoon, and that would be an opportunity to potentially, well, maybe even walk it off for Somerset. They were down a run, 4-3, going into the bottom of the 7th inning. This was a doubleheader, so it's only 7 innings in a doubleheader. Let's see how this thing plays out. Stanton, a former National League MVP with the Miami Marlins back in 2017. Of course, has been with the Yankees for the last 7 years. Really had his coming out party last October in the playoffs. 7 home runs in the playoffs. ALCS MVP. Yankees would be very pleased to get him back in the lineup. And as he told reporters the other day, he feels he needs more at-bats. That's what he feels he needs more than anything else, just to get back into the flow and get into the feel that he can make his return to the major leagues, just to get as many at-bats as he possibly can. And up to this point, he has now had 7 at-bats in Somerset. This was actually a really good at-bat. Stanton would work at the 2 balls, 2 strikes, would foul off a couple of pitches, and then got a pitch to drive to right field. But that would be the afternoon for 2 of the more important pieces for the Yankees here in 2025. Of course, both players hope to rejoin the Yankees at some point very, very soon, maybe within the next couple of weeks, as the Yankees continue to dominate in the American League right now. They are, well, not the best record in the AL, that belongs to Detroit, but they're right up there as they are pulling away in the American League East. So remember to like and subscribe. Follow us for more content right here on the Sports Talk Nation. I'm Michael Cohen.